Om Shri Sai Ram. From this class, let us start the chapter Angles. Angles. Angle and points. An angle is a figure formed by two rays within a common endpoint called vertex. See, here you can see a picture. There are two rays. And they are meeting at a single point. That single point is vertex, and the gap formed by the gap formed between the two rays is called the angle. So, angle is the figure formed by two rays with common endpoint. When two rays join at a single point, then it is an angle. Angles can have points in the interior, in the exterior, or on the angle. Okay, that means, see here you can see another picture where two rays are meeting. You can see there are 3 points on the two rays. The 3 points on the two rays, and another 2 points are outside the angle. That means that another 2 points are outside the two rays. The points which are on the two rays and inside the angle is known as interior points. The points which are outside the angle is known as exterior points. Point A, point B, point C is known as interior points, and point E and point I is exterior points. Here they have given point D, but point D is not given clearly. That's why I told point I. Naming the angle. Using 3 points, using 1 point, using a number. Using 3 points. Vertex must be in the middle letter. This angle is named as angle ABC or angle CBA. For example, here there is an angle. That is, on that angle there are 3 points, that is A, B and C. In that, B is in the middle. That means B is on the angle of the two rays. So when we name the angle, we say angle ABC or angle CBA. Okay, the letter which comes in the middle or the point which comes in the middle represents the angle. Next, using 1 point, using only vertex letter. That means here earlier we used 3 points, that is angle ABC or angle CBA, but here we do not use 3 points, we only use 1 point, that is angle B. That is the point which is on the vertex, the point which is on the meeting point of two rays is represented as the angle, that is angle B. Since B is on the vertex of the angle, this can be called as angle B. Naming the angle using a number. That means naming the angle using a number means, and the number is representing the direction between the two rays. The number is representing the gap between the two rays, or the direction of a ray according to another ray. That means it is representing the direction of the two rays. A number may be used as a label or a name of an angle. This number is placed in interior of an angle near the vertex. That means there is, let us take the angle which is given here, that is angle ABC. Angle ABC. When we represent an angle with using a number, we write the number in the middle of the vertex. That means inside the angle we will write the number. For example, here they have given angle 2. Angle 2 is written inside the angle. Angle 2 represents the direction of the angle, or the angle 2 represents the direction of the two rays. The one letter name is unacceptable when more than one angle has the same vertex point. In this case, use of 3-letter name of a number if it is present. For example, let us take two angles are having a same vertex. Let us take the two angles having the same vertex. In that case, we cannot represent the angle using a single letter. Earlier we told angle can be represented using 3 letters, and angle can also be represented using single letter. But when there are two angles meeting at the same point, or when there are two angles meeting at the same vertex, we cannot represent the angle by single letter. We can only represent the angle by 3 letters. Okay. Here they have given an example. Here there are two angles. You can see here there are two angles. That is angle MKP and another is angle LKM. This angle LKM and MKP is meeting at the same point. That means angle 2 and angle 3 is meeting at the same point K. So these two angles cannot be represented by a single letter K. If you say angle K, that it means angle K represents the two, it means it refers to both the angles, angle LKM and angle MKP. If you say angle P, it represents the both the angles, that is angle 2 and angle 3. But if you say angle LKM or MKP, it represents only single angle, one angle. Let us study the types of angle. Acute angle, an angle whose measure is less than 90 degree. There is totally 360 degrees which make a complete circle. In that, the angle which is less than 90 degree is known as acute angle. Next is right angle. Right angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree. An obtuse angle, an angle whose measure is between 90 degree and 180 degree. Straight angle, an angle that is exactly 180 degree. Measuring angles. Just as we measure the line segments, we also measure the angles. First of all, before teaching you what is measuring angles, I should say what is angle. Angle means it is the measurement of direction of the two rays joining at the same point. Representing angle means angle is a measurement of direction of the two rays meeting at the same point. Okay. If I say there is a complete circle, if I draw a complete circle, it is 360 degree. If I draw a semicircle, it is 180 degree. If I draw two lines which are perpendicular to each other, that means just remember 9 o'clock or just remember 3 o'clock. Just remember 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. There, the two arms of a clock represents the 90 degree. Two arms of a clock represents the 90 degree. That is a quarter of a circle. A 1/4 of a circle. That is a quarter of a circle is known as 90 degree. 1 degree of an angle is the measure of 1 by 360th of an angle. That means if I say 1 degree, that means out of 360 degrees we have taken 1 degree. If in angles there are 360 degree angles. Above 360 degree there is no any angle. Above 360 degree is the highest measure of an angle. 360 degree is the highest measure of an angle. Okay, if I say 90 degree, that means 90 by 360. If I say 180 degree, that means 180 by 360. If I say 1 degree, that is 1 by 360. If I say 70 degree, it is 70. If I say 70 degree, it means 70 by 360. Thank you.